In the quiet stretches of Long Island, behind rows of suburban homes and family-run shops, lies a stretch of beach that holds one of America's most chilling secrets. For over a decade, the remains of at least 11 people were found scattered along Ocean Parkway. Their stories were forgotten, their families left with questions, until 2023, when a Manhattan architect named Rex Heuermann was arrested and named the Gilgo Beach Killer. But how did a family man and white-collar professional become the alleged predator behind one of New York's most terrifying serial murder cases? Before we get into the video, let's us just 5 seconds to click the subscribe button. If you have done that, let's continue into the video. It began with a disappearance. In May 2010, Shannon Gilbert, a 24-year-old sex worker from New Jersey, vanished after fleeing a client's home in Oak Beach. Her frantic 911 call lasted over 20 minutes. Police dismissed it as a misunderstanding, but 7 months later, while searching for her, investigators uncovered 4 sets of remains in burlap sacks. The pattern was disturbing. Women, all young, all working as escorts, all left along the same stretch of road. By 2011, the count had risen to 10 bodies, some dismembered, others buried in shallow graves. The killer was meticulous, methodical, and terrifyingly patient. The first 4 identified victims became known as the Gilgo 4. Melissa Barthelemy, 24 years old, last seen July 2009, her killer allegedly used her phone to taunt her sister. Megan Warman, 22 years old, vanished in June 2010, a mother who never made it home. Amber Lynn Costello, 27 years old, disappeared in September 2010. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, 25, missing since 2007. These women had families, dreams. They weren't just headlines, and their disappearances painted a dark picture of how society views and protects sex workers. Despite pressure, the case went cold for over a decade. The Suffolk County Police Department faced criticism for lack of transparency. Shannon Gilbert's death was even ruled accidental, despite her remains being found in marshland just miles from the others. The FBI was brought in, then pulled out. Conspiracy theories began to brew. Was the killer someone in law enforcement, a cover-up, a local predator? In 2022, a new task force, led by Suffolk County District Attorney Ray Tierney, used updated forensic tools and genealogical DNA databases. They zeroed in on one key piece of evidence, a pizza box. Left outside Rex Heuermann's Manhattan office, the box contained crusts that matched DNA found on a burlap sack from one of the crime scenes. Heuermann's phone records, burner phones, and vehicle movements matched known timelines. Google searches from his devices were dark. Why do serial killers kill? Long Island serial killer victims. Rex Heuermann was a married father of 2, a professional architect, and a self-proclaimed recluse. His arrest in July 2023 shocked the community. He lived just miles from the dumping grounds. Neighbors described him as odd, private. His wife and children were reportedly away during the killings, which aligned with victim disappearance dates. In his basement, investigators found over 200 guns, disturbing drawings, and evidence of sadistic behavior. He has pleaded not guilty. Heuermann's defense team argues that the DNA is circumstantial, that the timeline doesn't fully add up. Meanwhile, prosecutors say they have even more damning evidence. Will the jury believe he's the Gilgo Beach Killer, or is he just the first suspect in a larger web of darkness? The Gilgo Beach case exposed deep flaws in how society treats vulnerable women. Many victims were dismissed because of their profession. The case shows the need for systemic change in policing, in media, and in public compassion. It also demonstrates the power of evolving forensic science and the determination of a few good investigators. In the end, justice is not just about convictions. It's about remembering the victims, giving voice to the voiceless, and ensuring that darkness never outshines the truth. If you found this story important, subscribe to America's Biggest Crimes. New cases every week. Stay curious, stay aware.